Blink Twice is now in theaters and is the directorial debut of Zoë Kravitz, starring Channing Tatum, Naomi Ackie, and Adria Arjona. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was lacking expectation before I went into this film because it's like, first-time director, the trailer didn't do much to me, and that's why I was surprised as hell when I was walking out of this film going, is this the best film of the year so far? And the answer to that is no, but there's still a lot to talk about. And so that is what I am doing today. This is gonna be my spoiler-free review for Blink Twice. So strap in, make sure you hit the like button to help out my channel, and then blink twice. Okay, so the synopsis reads, when tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, sparks fly. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. It's paradise. Wild nights blend into sun-soaked days, and everyone's having a great time. No one wants this trip to end, but as strange things start to happen, Frida begins to question her reality. There is something wrong with this place. She'll have to uncover the truth if she wants to make it out of this party alive. And you know, off the top, I just want to say this is by far the most surprising film of the year so far for me. You know, heading into Fantastic Fest and just like the fall season in itself, I'm sure there are going to be other surprising films that come out, but this one was just crazy. I highly recommend it. Go see it if you can. I also will issue a bit of a warning. This movie plays with some very heavy themes, the main one being trauma, and so I think if somebody has gone through something and they end up watching this film, I don't know if it could be triggering. I know that there actually was a trigger warning that was issued about this film, so maybe just a note to self, maybe look into it before you go to it. But personally, the themes for me were one of the things that really shined in this movie. A lot of films attempt and don't succeed with conveying the real and raw feelings of what trauma actually looks like for a human being. It's the stuff that people go to therapy for, and sometimes something can be so traumatic that it's locked in our mind and we suppress it so much that we don't even remember it. And so there's a lot of highlighting of that kind of stuff within this film, and the characters in this film all have their own ways of dealing with it. Channing Tatum's character deals with trauma in a very different way than Naomi Ackie's character. And as this dream vacation heats up and this movie really ramps up the tension, it makes an effort to showcase what the feeling of trauma bubbling to the surface can actually feel like. That's what was unique to me. I felt like for the first time in my life, I sort of understood what some people go through. And that side of this thing is terrifying, but it's also existing within this hilarious and satirical film that is just bonkers. I've seen some critics already bring up some problems with the pacing that they had, but for me, even in those low moments or those dull moments, there was enough going on to keep my attention. Things like, and if you've seen the movie, you'll understand this, like vaping ASMR. Like, there's so much vaping and smoking taking place in this movie that, like, as a former smoker, I've never wanted to go out and buy one of those vape things so bad in my life. But I resisted, thank you very much. Maybe not for long, though. We'll see. But the paradise factor of this movie is so fun because at first this vacation is just beautiful, but as time goes on, things just get little by little more out of sorts. People's eyes are becoming more bloodshot, hair is becoming messier, feet are getting dirtier, but we're all just having a good time, right? And again, as this thing hurls itself into the third act, it captures you with the thrills, the kills, and some incredible performances. And so I'll transition to that. I want to start with Channing Tatum. This was Channing Tatum's best performance of his career, and he's honestly having a bit of a moment right now, Deadpool and Wolverine and stuff, but personally, I just never knew that he had this in him. Maybe not since like Coach Carter or something. His character has this Mia Goth Pearl moment. That's the only thing I can compare it to. That's the best thing to compare it to, where the camera just hangs on him for minutes, and he has this very powerful and emotional monologue where the writing is terrific and the performance is even better. I really thought that he was perfect in this, and props to his fiance for putting him on like that, man. And she also put others on too, like Naomi Ackie. Like, the only thing that I knew her from before this was The Rise of Skywalker. I was not familiar with her like at all, but damn, she was solid in this. She carries this entire thing, and mentally what this character has to go through is wild. There's a very clever twist with her character in the end that's definitely going to catch you off guard. And through that, she's able to, as an actress, tap into some really, really powerful stuff. Also, Adria Arjona. I had no idea that after Hitman we'd be getting another banger performance from her this year, but I don't even know. 2024 is just crazy. Surprisingly, she's the third lead in this movie. Like, I did not get that from the trailers, and it was a very pleasant surprise. It's hard to explain without spoilers, but she's just, she's so funny and good for this role. And then there is just this really fun ensemble with Haley Joel Osment, Alia Shawkat, Simon Rex, and Christian Slater. All of them help this thing so much. They especially help with the humor, they really do. But lastly, I just want to say Zoë Kravitz, wow. Please keep making movies. Because if this is any indication as to what your directing career is going to be like, let's freaking go. This film was wacky and mean, hilarious and horrifying, and I absolutely loved it. But as for my star rating, my friends, I'm giving Blink Twice 4.5 out of 5 stars. It deserves it, no doubt. But what did you think of Blink Twice? Be sure to write me a comment and let me know down below. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and keep up the good vibes, my friends. Peace!